Good morning, everybody. I am exhausted from yesterday and T-ball, but we must push forward. Anyways, we got a patio that's going to be installed. Sort of relocate the sprinkler lines here. I'm gonna first start with tracing the wire. See where that's at for our main line. We got one zone that runs through here. I'm kind of confused on these flags. Maybe they just decided to do the whole thing as a patio instead. Just make it all concrete. That probably makes more sense. So we'll it's a lot of digging. A lot. But we'll start locating the main line, the wiring. The main line will stop here. The wiring will go down there so we don't hit that, and that'll be the construction guys. And yeah, get to it. Alright, cut those old standard issue wire nuts out, hooked up. Last customer ones, new ones. You want to paint, Adam Lee? Paint right here. Paint. Okay, good. Paint here. Good. Right here. Okay. Alright, so predicament quinkydink is the valve box we're in. It does control this area, but I have no idea about the very front yard because that is ran off of a valve box in on the other side of the house. Hey Adam Lee, yeah. That one that you turned on, the first one, is over here.
Yeah, these two over here run
two front yard
here and the rotors.
Go turn that one on. So I don't know how the lines ran. I don't know if this was originally started out as a 2-zoner under the driveway or what. So Adam Lee, he's gonna turn it on and show you. Well, he's got the wrong ones on. I'm about to show you what I struggle with. So the reason I say there's something weird here is these are on this side, and there's a head right by Adam Lee that is also on. So I'm not sure what they did and how they ran this one. So something got crisscrossed, but we'll figure it out, I suppose. Alright guys, so pretty sure it started out as just a front yard only system during the build, and there was either an error or it was upgraded. But regardless, still got our quite custom wire nuts down there from the inside of your home. They must sweep the floor in the house after the electricians and reuse these. But I'm hoping that the main wire runs under the driveway and to the controller, because I got a dead end on my common. If so, that's going to help me out a lot. To not have to dig in the backyard to find a zone that goes all the way around the house. So we'll see. All right. Adam Lee is finding this pipe. He's just following the funny, and hopefully we're on this side of the wiring. But I would have thought, well, I shouldn't do that because I got to think about how it was installed. I said I would think that it would be on this side of the wiring, but then I said I probably shouldn't do that because I got to remember how it was installed. But anyways, I'm going to dig up around the box so we can see where that starts and get a plan of action. Alright, so we pretty much came to the conclusion that they probably plowed or trenched in the wire with this zone line and then just dug it up, or however. Anyways, it ran coinciding with this zone line, which is kind of a bad idea, but I guess there's worse things that have been done. But unfortunately, this zone's been off, so the dirt is rock hard. So jackhammer, we go again. Well guys, I'm out of breath and tired. It's raining. He's over there tired of jackhammering. Yeah, it did. So we're gonna try and just get this dug. That way it's I don't know. That way we're just farther ahead. Then we'll move on to something we can get underneath the canopy for. So gotta get to moving. Alright guys. Can't fault me for not trying. But we got thunderstorms for the next few hours, heavy storms, so I'm gonna have to leave this job dug up for the time being. So we'll get back to it, but it's blowing too much, so that's that. Alright guys, so yesterday kind of got rained out a little bit, but we ended up stopping by another house in the neighborhood and had a pile of dirt, so we thought we'd just kind of pop the canopy up and do a quick repair. But when we turned the water on, this joint here had blown apart, so just filled everything with water, which was no big deal, you know. We just kind of cut on each end and, you know, get it down to depth. I don't know what the other guys were doing, but as we were doing it, had a little dam here of soil and stuff. Water just kept pouring out of it and we couldn't quite figure it out. And we just followed it and followed it and followed it, and water just kept filling from the soil, so we knew we had a leak and just kept going. It's all the way to the valve box. So basically everything they did, I'm not sure if it was like single step glue and primer or what, but I'll show you. It's this baby blue glue, and it's definitely not like the Rain or Shine or Christie's Red Hot or anything, so I'm not sure what this stuff is. But didn't hold up very well, or maybe it's just how it was applied. But anyways, we got main line here with wiring almost all the way down, so hand fence post. And to not make, we're gonna, since he already had a pile of dirt here, we kind of added to it, but we're gonna clean this up for him so it's not such a muddy disaster. So we brought the vac. We actually have another one of these to do to follow the main line with wiring, and it's gonna make that a lot easier. So yeah, that's the game plan. But we're all set up, we're filling up, and we'll get ready to suck it out. All right, we're running. Get to it. Alright guys, so here it is, all hydro vacked out. That was some well compacted clay in some places, so yeah, that was hydrovac was a lifesaver there, back saver. But we're gonna go ahead and get this repaired. I'm gonna cut it back here since the post hole digger went there. In my opinion, I'd probably say at least 3 feet is where the danger zone of splintering would have been. At least 2, but I'm gonna cut it back here. Then we'll come through here. And I'm just gonna use 445s. That way there's no hard 90s. I don't like as few fittings as possible on a main line, but I would prefer to keep it as straight as possible. So getting rid of the 90s is gonna be my preference. Adam Lee's getting all our stuff, and while I'm doing that, he's gonna cut out the main line. We are gonna sleeve it with some 1.5 inch along the fence. We're gonna run that same trench just so we don't disturb the lawn anymore. And we'll get it down to the right depth so it's not, I don't know what's happened. I think the fence guys just drilled and took the pipe down, is what I think's happened. No way, I'm not sure actually. It could have been plowed like that, because somewhere over here in that valve box, it goes down a little bit, maybe 3 inches, but that's all they left me to hook onto for the repair. Thankfully, it's at least over 1 inch, so I'll be able to get a 90 on there. But otherwise, I'd be redoing a damn manifold too. So that is where we are, and we are going to get to it. Heavy clay.
Well, I went to go and like lift it up, and it just like.
Yeah, I saw it milking out, and I was like, that's just gonna come up yucky. Sorry guys, here's their coupling. As you see, it's diving down. All of a sudden it hits a nice, I don't know, maybe a 22.5. That probably would have been a better choice than a freaking coupling. But needless to say, we're gonna get this done, and we're gonna sleeve with some 1.5 inch, but we'll still get it off the fence post anyway, and tie in down yonder. Yeah, that's a goober. That's a goober move. But yeah, down in Indy you get freaking 1.25 inch in a 1 inch backflow. Whatever. We're gonna get this done now. Here's this one. We just got it 445s. So like I said, I don't like 90s on main line. The only 90 I'll try and put on it, usually I'll have one that comes out of the pit, and then I'll have one that comes up, and then one into the backflow. So as few bends and curves as you can get. It's gonna be a stronger pipe. It's gonna have less abrupt changes, you know, when it's flowing water. And if that's wrong in someone else's opinion, that's right in mine. So that's just my take on it. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this on. All right guys, here it is. Got everything at the same elevation. So I went ahead and sleeved it with an 1.5 inch pipe. We're still off of those fence posts, but it's just easier to be safe than sorry. Mud will end up getting in this sleeve, filling it up a little bit, so it's not going to be an issue. It's all one piece, so no worries on that. But waiting for glue to dry, and then we'll test it out. We'll also deal with this mess. Hopefully that helps. See you in about hour 30. All right guys, Adam Lee's gonna go ahead and give me a little water on the main incoming, and we'll test that and flush it. Huh? All right, we'll go ahead and test this and flush out that side of it. And as you can see, there are no leaks. So we're good there? I'd say by how them are spraying, there's definitely something in the test cock, so we might have to clean the test cock. But that's just because I don't want them in my backflow gauge. Alright guys, go ahead. Oh, you did? Oh, We got went ahead and pressurized our line. We already know that it's holding and tight, but I just want to show you everything running. So we're good. Nothing stuck in a valve. We'll flush all of them, but I already flushed all 4 on that side. So this front yard actually runs off of that box because it's a really steep hill on the other side. You gonna close that one, do another one? So, but got a couple hours until later in the day. But I got T-ball again, so I gotta make sure I'm done by 4 o'clock. It's a little after 2, so maybe we'll finish that job we started yesterday. Alright guys, so we went ahead and did a turn on after that little hydro vac, and we came back here. That's all Adam Lee got done in 2 hours yesterday. So we did a few slivers, and we were thinking that the rain would help, but we're going to have to bring a trencher. It's just too hard. We won't be able to do a good job. So that's how that's going to go with this one. But it's some hard dirt. Dude, we need to be down 8 inches. That's like 3 or 4. You think you can even get the? You can't even. I was gonna fold that other. I was literally about to fold that shovel in half like a sandwich. I was jumping on it that hard. So, yeah, trencher has to come out for this one. See you tomorrow.
Adios.
Wild animals!
Werewolf attack! Ah! Werewolf attack! Ah!